Good morning, everyone, and happy Tuesday. Thank you for joining me for News 5 Now at 8:05. I'm Shimani Baker. I am back at work. I had a busy last week and busy weekend, but I am glad to be back, especially on this beautiful Tuesday morning. It is also Cinco de Mayo. Comment below if you're getting tacos today. I told John Nodar earlier that my tacos will be on his tab. So wherever he's going, I'm going to go. But seriously, if you have a specific place that you like to go for Mexican food, tacos, nachos, those kind of things, drop them below and I may take up on one of your suggestions for today. Like I said, it's a nice day out. So if you're headed to the bus stop or to work, you don't have to worry about bringing those umbrellas or your thick coats. You should be good to go in whatever you put on. Let's get started for News 5 Now.
Brought to you by Green and Phillips, covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. News 5 Now starts right now.
Well, you know the drill. We always start off with our big stories. Number 5, the U.S. military attacked and sunk 6 small Iranian boats as it moves to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. It's an operation called Project Freedom. The U.S. says 2 U.S.-flagged ships have safely made it through, but Iran warns that any foreign military force in the strait will be targeted. Number 4. The Supreme Court restored access to the abortion pill mifepristone. The order allows women seeking abortions to obtain the pill at pharmacies or by mail without an in-person visit to a doctor. Number 3. Access to NAS Pensacola is once again open to the public 7 days a week. Since March, the base was only open to the public on weekends, but open on weekdays for people with the Department of Defense identification. Now, the public can visit any day of the week from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. daily. Number 2. The Alabama Department of Conservation and Natural Resources says an alligator that attacked a dog at Tricentennial Park in Mobile 2 weeks ago has been euthanized. The gator went after a dog that was swimming in Day Lake, but the dog managed to escape unharmed. And number 1 this morning, Mary G. Montgomery High School head football coach Zach Golson has been placed on administrative leave. Sources say there is an investigation into recruitment violations at the school. The Alabama High School Athletic Association's rulebook says athletic recruiting in overlapping school zones is illegal. Let's move things over to our question of the day. Today, that question is, it's National Teacher Appreciation Week. What teacher has made a difference in your life? Wow. Y'all, I've had a number of teachers, but I'll have to say the 3 that stand out were Mrs. Tucker, which was my 4th grade teacher, Mrs. Brown, which was my teacher for my TV production class all through middle and high school, and of course, Mrs. Gainey, who is a family friend of mine, but she was awesome. She didn't play any games. Now, let's not get that confused. However, she was such a great teacher and she really cared about our education and making sure we were on top of our stuff. So there you have it. I have 3 for you there. I want to see these comments, though. I think this is such a great thing to do. Recognize our teachers. They do so much. I mean, really, they are educating our future doctors and nurses and attorneys and journalists and whatever. And so they are our future. And thanks to them, they normally get these students on track, even sometimes more than the family does. So there you have it. I'm glad that we are able to do this and recognize them this week. Somebody says Mrs. Blass at Satsuma High School. I see Lawrence Herring, who was formerly at LaFleur High School. Mrs. Renee Wilkins was somebody's 9th grade English teacher. I'm seeing my 1st grade teacher, Mrs. Baker. Okay. Somebody says the teachers I had in the ADN program at Bishop State. I see Michelle DeMarco, my sister, Samantha Talient, Rick Renew, Jackie Brown, Miss Catherine Bai was somebody's chemistry teacher. Somebody says she is the reason I became a teacher after serving in the Air Force. That's beautiful. That is what this is all about. Mrs. Smith was someone's elementary school teacher at Rachel Patterson Elementary in Atmore, Alabama. We've got Mr. Tony Kendall, was their history teacher at Mobile Christian School. I love this. This is so sweet. Samantha says, Ruth Brooks made the biggest impact in my life. She was our senior homeroom teacher and yearbook teacher. She led us with fairness and concern for our well-being. She taught me many great things. Thank you, Mrs. Brooks. So sweet. I love you guys sharing these stories. I'm seeing Mary Jane Taylor Young at T.R. Miller Art. Who else do we have? We have Patricia Johnson. We have Mrs. Warner, Mrs. Geraldine Robinson Curry, Allison Martin, April Courtney, Michelle Cooper, Joanne Scarpa. Somebody says, my fifth grade teacher at Robert E. Lee, her name was Mrs. Lee. She was so caring and loving. Her encouragement was everything to me. I still think of her kindness today. Thank you to all the teachers who make a difference. If you haven't joined in on that question, make sure you do so. That was such a sweet one today. Let's move things over to our poll of the day. Today, that poll is, do you make the bed before you leave your house? Yes or no? I'm going to be honest with you guys. It depends on the day. And it depends on if I'm in a rush, quite frankly. If I am running late or in a rush to work or an event or anywhere, then probably not. I may not make it all the way. I'll at least throw my comforter over to where it's flat, but that's it. I'm not going to fluff up the pillows if I'm running late. I have 8 people who say no and 28 people who say yes. Something tells me those 28 people might be telling a fib. I'm just kidding. Beverly says yes, and I use 4 additional pillows for decoration. Oh, wow. Miss Beverly, that's a lot. Jennifer says, I start making it up before I'm out of it, and my hubby better get up or he's going to be all in it. Jennifer's like, look, I'm getting up. The bed will be made. Husband, come on. Are you going to be wrapped up in some blankets? Maya Falgu, one of our reporters, says yes in all caps. Richard says, no, I didn't. I'm still in it. Aaron says, unless I'm in a hurry, then I pull the covers up or my wife makes it up. There you have it. Ira says, I can't go to sleep in an unmade bed. Donnie says, yes, it's a necessity every day. Linda says, as soon as I get up. Scott says, first thing I do when I wake up. Ann says, no. Angie says, every day. Ben says, absolutely not. It's a complete waste of time. I straighten the covers, but that's all. I am not a hotel maid. Who am I impressing? Myself? Now that's kind of funny. But, I mean, I understand that, right? If you're going to just come home in a few hours and get back in the bed, I get it. But I also understand wanting to make your bed, and when you come home, it's like a fresh start, right? So I get both sides. I'm going to give myself some slack, though, because I get to work so early. I'm blaming it on work. And when I wake up, I'm already groggy. It's 3 a.m. I'm already groggy. And I'm just trying to make it to work. That's my focus. So sometimes I just don't have the energy or the time to sit and fluff every pillow that I have. So there you have it. Nonetheless, there's no right or wrong answer. As I always say, just make sure you head to our Facebook page so that you can chime in on those questions and polls of the day. And of course, I will share some of your responses right here on News 5 Now. Thank y'all so much for joining me this Tuesday, the Cinco de Mayo. I hope y'all have a great day. Enjoy some tacos. Again, if you're just now joining us, drop some places in the chat of where you go to get tacos or who has the best tacos in or around Mobile, the Gulf Coast, because I'm interested to know. I might go to one of your suggestions. You never know. I hope y'all have a blessed day ahead, and I will see you back here tomorrow at the same time. Bye, y'all. Have a good one.
Covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. You're watching News 5 Now. Brought to you by Green & Phillips.